Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the St. Louis podcast. As always, my name is Eric Brown, host over here. Last week we had a good episode. We actually saw some good traction on YouTube. So shout out to those people.
Nice.
We're up into the now almost 1,000 views on a video, which is gee. My God, over here, it's a grind, baby.
It's little by little, man.
It's a grind, but it was a hilarious episode because all I did was gripe about the state of affairs of the U.S. Like 52% Elon Musk, of 52% of the households. So today we have a guest. We have Jay Rios on. He is broker and owner at Rivers Realty. And he's going to be my therapist for today.
Mm-hmm.
As people know on this podcast, I have talked occasionally about buying a home, not buying a home, renting. What am I going to do? I'm still in this mindset right now. I don't know what to do. And the reason I don't know what to do is because you look at what you do is I just go to the total mortgage calculator, right? And then you're like 20% down. Okay, you get a $200,000 loan, $700,000, right, over the entirety of the loan. Now, obviously, you can do things like we were talking about, like
pay down,
pay down
every month.
Weird ways to pay schedule and stuff like that to get the interest paid off sooner. But I'm just like,
today's interest rate. Yeah, and the thing is, you're not alone by any means. Like it sounds like you're honestly one of the quintessential kind of buyers nowadays.
Yes,
people are just so confused, and rent. I mean, it did accelerate quite a lot over the past 6 years, but it's still like less than what a potential mortgage would be if you're looking at certain ranges. So,
well, my apartment, it's affordable, but like, is it though? I'm sure, my signing is going to come up in February. I'm sure they're going to try and get like $1,800 a month.
Right.
The problem is, it's just an old unit. It was built in the 90s, right? There's no elevator. I'm on the top floor. I don't even care about that, but it's all open breezeways.
Right.
The place is like kind of gross.
Right.
We have roofs that need to be replaced. My HVAC unit is literally probably from the 90s. And I'm paying hundreds of dollars a month during the summer to not even keep it cold in my place. So, and then I have a kitchen that I don't really like and I like to cook. So then I'm like, then I need to move to either a nicer rental.
Right.
But then that's like $2,500 a month.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be, yeah. And in what area, and like, is it as
I'm trying to move. So like, right now I'm right at like DePere, or I'm at a Big Ben, and I'm right by Barrel Blends. Shout out Barrel Blends, Doherty Ferry and Big Ben.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's fine. I want to get closer to downtown. Is that also many of you know on this podcast, I'm a single guy.
Yeah.
So if I'm trying to go somewhere where I can walk, I just want to walk. I hate driving.
Yeah.
I'm so over driving.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of places outside of downtown because
I don't want to move.
St. Louis, unfortunately, downtown is
Garrett and I live downtown. You saw a stabbing.
I mean, T-Rex is out.
We saw a shooting. Like, saw it.
I mean, it's not, unfortunately, it's not that uncommon.
It was crazy living downtown, but we were young. We were like 22, 23. We didn't. We were like, it's not that bad. Looking back, we were like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Someone got dragged across the lobby bleeding right after they got stabbed. And we're like right there, like, all right, I'm going to go get some lunch.
Yeah, I mean, that's across all of St. Louis City too. We're seeing like population-wise, it's clear. Well, everyone's leaving. Garrett County is still growing. So it's really tough. I think the downtown is really the biggest changing point for all of the city as a whole.
Yep.
Without having somewhere where people can go like party and enjoy, a nightlife and a daytime. It's very rare right now. It's just so industrial, so business. But
we could have a whole separate podcast on my thoughts on downtown because we should all want to fix it very badly. Because if you go to other cities and they actually have like a downtown.
Absolutely.
You go to like Indianapolis or you go to like Nashville or you go to any of these places.
Oh yeah.
Where do you go for St. Louis? Oh, you got to go to like Central West End, or you got to go to Soulard. It's like,
right.
We should want downtown. And then also you have the whole conversation of, I'm going to say it as it is, all of these old people in St. Louis don't want to have the county in city combined,
I mean,
which I do understand it. I get it.
pros and cons always.
I mean,
Yeah.
if I went through the pros and cons, I think at the beginning of this year,
Mhm.
and just based on, if you just look at the data
Mhm.
from other cities,
Mhm. Yeah, it's not
we're like,
super
I
well.
think us, Detroit,
Detroit
and
were very well,
Baltimore.
though. Yeah, okay.
So, no, they're still separate, or maybe Detroit did end up
Well, I
starting.
know Detroit's doing very well, but I think
I think they might have joined.
yeah, I think they.
So I think it's like us and like Baltimore
Yeah.
that are like the
Separate.
two that are separate. It's like, oh yeah, great examples of cities.
We're not.
I don't know. And then people are like, screw downtown.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's a lot of the older people that don't care.
Yeah,
They're never going to go
because
downtown.
it's
They're not going to go
sight out of mind. Yeah,
Yeah, but that's the heart of the city. We can't have a suburb without a city.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Now that being said, though, it has provided a lot of good opportunities for people because there are investors right now who are bullish on downtown, on Laclede's Landing, on Wash Ave, who are putting tens of millions of dollars into it. I think it's got all of our properties. Yeah, if you got time and you got the money, yeah, there's a lot of potential. And St. Louis is still one of the cheaper cities.
Yep.
Across the country. And I see clients from California, from Florida, from New York, from all states of the coast. And they put a good amount of money in here, sometimes thinking that it's California numbers.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll get you burned. But still they're investing here regardless. So
Yeah, that
yeah,
makes sense.
it's very interesting.
There are still, going back to kind of purchasing, I was having discussions about like, okay, maybe a townhome would make more sense.
Yeah, for sure.
But then you have, you look at like the Brentwood Park, all of those condo units, right, are being sold because you can't get a mortgage there. Apparently you can't get a mortgage on those properties.
They finally let FHA mortgages, but I mean, first time home buyers were cut out entirely.
Interesting.
Before that, yeah, they finally did. They finally got engineered, because I had a few condos in there that I used to manage. And first of all, their condo association fees were outrageous.
Yep.
And their reserves, it ended up being their reserves that really screwed them. They just kept like $2 million just set aside. It's like
With that big of a place.
yeah, exactly. And like you really, I mean, it is one of the biggest condos, like condo associations in the country. It's massive. But yeah, so the structural problems really had a huge impact on that. And
So are they fixing
sales? Yeah, I think they are. Little by little, or just getting like small changes. But there's still areas. It's like kind of area by area. It's like street by street, from my understanding. So some of them are worse off than others.
Well, there's like 20 for sale in there right now. And I'm like, I'm not touching that.
But the thing is, too, they don't even like allow rentals. So there were a lot of like investors in there. It's much harder to get rentals in there now. So yeah, I mean, they're going to rely on actual primary residents.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not buying in there.
But to your point, it is like a really nice middle ground. Where you don't have to maintain as much.
Yeah. But I can cut the grass.
Yeah.
If that's all it is.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, you're paying less in insurance, but also you have the HOA fee. And a lot of the townhomes don't even have like pools or anything.
I was gonna say.
So we're like, what do you pay for? It's really just common ground and parking lot stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like
snow removal and leaf removal kind of stuff.
Yeah, then you look at the price of the townhome. Okay, you take the HOA into it. It's like, just get a house.
Right.
Then you don't have to worry about weird assessments and stuff like that even happening.
Yeah.
On your building.
Property taxes.
Yeah.
But don't have to worry about that no matter what.
Yeah. So I heard an interesting story on a podcast. So they were saying, it was a pretty funny story. So they called in. They were like, hey, we did something weird. We bought a house that someone was murdered in this small town. The wife ended up like killing the husband, burying him like in the basement.
Wow.
And it was, a millennial couple. They got it for like dirt cheap in a small town.
Yeah.
And they're essentially like, should I have bought this house? And I'm like, I feel like you have to like, can I just stay in there for a couple weeks just to see if it's like haunted?
A few nights.
Yeah, it's just to see if it's haunted or
good. Yeah.
Because otherwise, I don't know. Now we're you could have a spiritual conversation about that, but I feel like there's got to be some sort of evil in that house after something like that happens.
Yeah. It's your
Do you have to disclose
level of comfort. If I recall correctly, you do not have to disclose if there
Really?
was a death in the house. Yeah, because I've had a death before. He died of his own accord.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't have to disclose it. It's like meth though. You do have to disclose.
Okay, sure.
But if I recall correctly, no, not murder. It's a
Interesting.
death. Yeah.
I mean, I guess a lot of people die in their homes of old age.
Yeah.
But I'd want to know if like someone got
Like murder. Yeah.
or it's like a family got murdered or something. It's like probably not gonna buy that home.
No, right. I mean, that's what good research.
Yeah, it's for you. And then tomorrow that money. Yeah, rebuilds that
Pull it on.
Yeah, it's just or turn it into a park or something.
Right.
Don't even put something.
Right. I mean, yeah, like it may be less severe than like a murder, but it's still like if you're investing, for example, like,
Mhm.
are you willing to move into a place and do the work on it yourself? And that's what I did. I moved into a really crappy 4-family, but put in the legwork and made it something really valuable, and then refinanced it and got my money back out and so on and so forth, rolled it forward.
Yep. With being a landlord,
Mm-hmm.
how is that experience? Do you know how
Well,
to fix like a lot of stuff yourself? Do you send someone out? I just feel like
yeah.
margins just get cut into. Really, you're looking at it on the equity side of things, right?
Do you mean for like a property manager or like
For the like actually you owning the
now? Yeah, nowadays margins are pretty slim.
Yeah.
Like I would try to
because there's
aim
people talking about like $100 a month a door, and I'm like, that's nothing.
like profit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah.
Even a couple hundred,
mean-
like $100, $200 a door.
Yeah,
Profit, I'm like,
depending on the size of the building, but yeah, that would be pretty slim because you need at least like a few $100 per apartment just to keep it up.
yeah,
Furnaces and
that's
smoke
yeah,
detectors, carbon monoxide,
Yep.
plumbing, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's really slim right now. But it used to be better. So I guess there are like two schools of thought. Like you can either invest for cash flow or you can invest for appreciation, for equity.
Right.
And of course, there's going to be like a happy middle, but typically, the more appreciation potential, the less cash flow, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just kind of depends on where you are in life. Like if you're just starting out, cash flow is going to be more important. You're willing to maintain it and work on the turnover and do all that because also if you have more cash flow, it's typically like a worse area, and of
Sure.
course there are trade offs. So yeah, that's or if you're more experienced, you can just say, hey, I just want to put my money somewhere that I think is safer than a bank or think is more reliable, or just my diversifying my portfolio. And I'm just gonna put that money aside and just wait for it over 5, 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of people in the, rental space that have a couple rentals.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
even for Airbnbs. And a lot of these people are underwater and not making any money.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like eventually, and we have to hit some sort of, turning point
Mm-hmm.
with just inventory. Because right now, didn't you say that 80% of loans are under 3%?
5%.
Under 5%.
5%. Yeah. Yeah.
Meaning a large majority of those people have no reason to leave.
I mean, yeah, we're not gonna get back down to 5%. They're anytime soon. At least I wouldn't think so, unless something like really extreme
Right.
happens. I mean, they're still dropping it, but I think they're still at like above 6s right now.
But we've been hearing for years, right? Just buy, you can refinance later.
Yeah.
But it's like, at what point?
And like the cost and how much
Yeah.
equity you're gonna have,
Right.
Like, yeah, that is definitely more of a long term play because you're not going to see much gain from refinancing if it's only like a percent difference,
Right.
unless you hold for 20, 30, the full length of the mortgage. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just interesting.
The rate lock-in effect is no joke. Some people debate it, whether it's truly happening because people have to move no matter what, right?
Yep.
I mean they
Oh,
they have kids, they grow families,
gotta go bigger.
100 reasons. Yeah. So there are people who say like people are going to move no matter what, but
I mean, not really.
it's not really happening. I mean there is a rebalancing happening between a seller's and a buyer's market that has been happening.
Well, that's what you were saying. Yeah.
Over the past few years, really, and only now are sellers like kind of really budging on that. Before it was like you had two unrealistic people, buyers who were like, I can't afford a house that costs this much. Sellers are like, well, this is what it should be worth
Right.
since, it's been appreciating. If we look at the past few years, like this is what it should be worth. But
Yep.
that was unrealistic,
Yep.
and savagely unhealthy, honestly.
And if you look at, if you look at Zillow or these, you just go to homes and you look at Zillow, right? It's pretty steady.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like 2021. Shoom. And you see some of them like
Same.
just sort of starting to come down, but I'm like,
Yeah.
so we have, the price went up, interest rates went up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like the majority of people that are trying to buy, and I could be speaking out my ass here, are people similar to me in terms of age.
Mm-hmm.
You're married, you want to have, kids. A lot of people are renting and they want to get out of renting and they want to own a home.
Absolutely.
And there's not that many homes.
Yeah.
There's just simply not that many homes to sell
there's
in
not.
St. Louis County at all, in St. Louis City, in St. Charles.
Yeah.
And then what you're going to have to rely on is, sorry, McBride, your homes are fucking trash. So then you have to rely on a massive builder to come in.
Or find an old home and like not
And hope that there's no issues.
Yeah, exactly. That is like reasonably affordable too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got, builders building $600,000 homes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got apartments going up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can we go, let's build some $200,000 homes.
Right.
Or whatever that looks like. $250,000 homes.
Yeah.
We need like some 2-bed, 2-bath homes. What's happened to that?
It's the townhomes, really, like you were saying. Like,
Well, South County's like full of like, the 3-bed, 2-bath situation, like upstairs. Right. It's like 1,000 square feet.
like 2 stories. Yeah.
1,200 square feet, whatever. What happened to all those homes? They're not being built anymore.
No, I mean, they got bought out. Yeah. They're all, I mean,
All of us would love this. I'm telling you, I speak to a bunch of people. We'd eat this shit up.
well, you can blame private equity for part of that.
100%.
Because they swooped in and bought a whole lot of those. You're saying like that perfect little 300,000 house, because then they end up renting it and, making some money.
Well, once they're doing frequency trading on homes, it's insane. It should be illegal.
Yeah.
I don't think
turn around. Yeah,
I don't think that home should be used as an investment tool like that for banks or.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's already used for banks in terms of the loans, but in terms of them actually owning the asset,
yeah,
that's crazy to me.
Yeah,
And that's like total corruption and greed. Like that, this shouldn't be allowed. American dream is, at least what we think, is own a home, right? White picket fence. That's
your own property that you can claim.
And it sounds cheesy, but it's something nice about having your own backyard.
No, absolutely.
Having a dog run around the back. Like there's,
yeah.
So I was, this weekend, my dad took out some video footage from him as a child from the 60s. And I, just looking at that video and like them driving around, like we were just at Montauk State Park fishing and he had a video literally of them going to Montauk in the 60s. So it's just crazy. Just seeing all this video from back then.
Yeah.
I don't know. And so he grew up in Valley Park, like right next to the industrial court, which there really wasn't anything down there at the time. And now it's like, back then it was essentially farmland open. They had horses and stuff. It's like, it was more simple.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
everything was just more simple.
That's probably what, Wentzville, Fallon, Moscow Mills, like all of that was the same thing.
Yep.
There's just continuous expansion because we can't go east. So it's all going west.
But I was just watching that video. I was like,
that's crazy. Yeah.
I was like, this is just cool. But I'm like, looking at homes back then, things like that. Yeah. But they were able to afford, kids, a home.
Yeah.
On what call it 1.5 salary.
Sure.
Or maybe even 1 salary.
Right.
While the kids are growing up.
Sometimes, yeah. And that salary was, $1,000.
Now you look at the price of, like I said, my apartment's going to be $1,800 a month. Can I afford it? Sure.
Yeah.
Do I want to pay that much?
Yeah.
It's like I'd like to spend my money on other shit than $1,800 going to an apartment that I don't really like.
Yeah, and I mean, like we were talking about too, there are so many more benefits to ownership.
It's more than $1,800, right? Because then you got $200 in electric or $250 in electric.
Yeah, of course. There are always so many fees. Yeah, I mean, look at like the like housing. Like if you like, so many people just generated a massive amount of wealth without doing anything at all.
Yep.
It literally just owned real estate and it just shot up by 20%, even more than that, over the course of these past 5-6 years. Not to mention, tax write-offs, And just like a lot of really good benefits to home ownership that people aren't able to unlock because they just can't get over the down payment hurdle, or
Yep.
debt to income ratio is too high, or
So when you look at people's, you know, obviously you don't really see the credit report, or maybe you do. I don't know. You don't have to say.
not for clients.
Yeah. You know, I was in credit repair, right? I did credit repair. We kind of talked about that. I think people that listen to this podcast know that as well. So I saw literally thousands of credit reports over 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that has only gotten worse since then.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, and I talk about it on this podcast all the time. I'm like, you see all these people in these, $500,000, $600,000 homes, or even $400,000 homes that got 2 brand new cars outside. And I'm like, how are people getting approved for all of these loans, especially when it comes to the home loan? Because you have to have a certain DTI, or are they just allowing
Right.
high leverage at this point?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if you know specifics on the
Well,
loan side. Well,
it's
you've bought a bunch, so you know.
yeah. I mean, it's the fact that I think people just have like they've had a lot of savings
Yep.
over the past few years, and like I said, like it's the equity component too, because
Yeah.
you refinanced, only after a few years you could pull out tens of thousands of dollars pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So maybe it's collateral. Like I've seen a lot of like people too, basically collateralize their house because it's got so much equity. They're like, hey, I can lend on a car over here and just say, hey, if I don't pay it, you can take my house, because they've got the equity to do that, right? Like
Interesting.
if they have a loan for only $150,000, but the house is now worth $250,000, they got $100,000 that they can work with it. So maybe there's something like that. Now that's not advised at all, because then your all sorts of liability is pierced. The liability veil, so to speak, is pierced. So yeah, but that might be what they're doing nowadays. And we're seeing not like terrible numbers, but there have been some defaults in credit cards recently. A spike up in that, and savings are dwindling at this point. So we're on the verge here of something, I say.
That, and I don't want to hope for it,
No,
but
yeah.
but being a younger person,
Mm-hmm.
the word unfair is bullshit, because life isn't fair, and we know that better as business owners than anyone else.
Yeah, he's kind of.
But when it comes to like the 80% of people have, interest rates
Right.
that are 5%.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about a large majority of people that have no reason to leave over, the 30 years of their loan.
Yeah.
And you have all of these homes now that are not going to be for sale for
Right.
people that are looking to buy anytime
Right.
in the future.
Right.
The government can't step in and say, hey, these 30-year loans we're going to change something, because something has to give. We have to force one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Or I feel like it's almost going to go the route of, and it won't ever go this route, because it's the same thing with student loans. And I talked about it last week. People that didn't go to school are like, fuck about, getting rid of student loan debt. I'm like, well, if students are still getting loans, it's still way too expensive to go to school.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, we should all want young people to be able to buy homes.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, we have a generation that's just going to be left in the dust.
Yeah.
And you're going to have a generation that simply hates everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're going to be
resentful
generation,
Yeah.
because we can't afford anything.
No, 100%.
And I haven't even talked to, I have to talk to like my cousin and get some word on like what the young 20s are doing, but I don't even know what they're going to do. Like,
Yeah.
even having savings for them is tough.
Yeah, I know. Even finding a job is tough right now. Like the labor market is at this standstill, really, where even college graduates with good resumes are struggling to find a job.
Engineers are still getting hired.
Are they?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Doctors are still getting hired.
Yeah. I would say like.
But yeah, you got a lot of degrees, like a business degree.
Yeah.
You're kind of cooked.
Well,
like a marketing degree.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of these degrees now that 20 years ago would have been amazing to have, but now it's like,
yeah,
what is it?
It's the trades that are really killing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're deciding whether to go to college or not, There are ways to go through college a lot faster, for example, like, I don't know if you have any high school audience, but, I went through a lot of college over the summers in high school just to get out of the way. By the time I graduated high school, I had my associates. So
That's crazy.
I just transferred it over to UMSL
Jay's
and,
smart. Listen to him.
and filled it out over 2 more years, so I graduated 2 years early. So you can get out of the way faster, but, if you also just went straight into a trade and started an apprenticeship, you could be making 6 figures, like, pretty quickly if you're a, decent tradesman and
That
some good
that's
skills.
literally just listen to Mike Rowe. He's been saying it for like 10 years now.
Yeah.
And he has a big organization that gets people involved in trades. The problem with trades, and all the tradespeople will tell you this, is they don't want to be a plumber at 50 years old.
Yeah. No, and you shouldn't. I mean, nobody wants to. Yeah, I've seen those guys.
Yeah, that I would suck at that point.
They're like,
yeah. I mean, that would suck to do for that long.
for sure. Yeah, no, absolutely.
So you're gonna have to build a plumbing business, hire a couple of people.
Yeah. I mean, that's where private equity comes into play, and they've been scooping up a lot of those just to have it in like a full portfolio in house, and then they can sell all of that too. I mean, they buy these individual companies, and then they will just turn around and sell them as a package. So it's a huge business right now, business brokering.
It's private equity coming in and buying all these contracting businesses has been very interesting.
Right.
I think the heyday has potentially already passed us on that, though. We really saw that over COVID. They were coming in and offering an insane amount of money to like HVAC and roofing companies. I mean, they were throwing.
Yeah.
They were throwing like 5x revenue.
Right.
Like top line revenue.
Yeah.
Which is insane. Yeah. So you're making 10 mil a year as a roofing company. Someone's going to come in and offer you 50 mil.
Yeah.
See ya.
Absolutely. I'm out.
Yeah. So you later.
Yeah, I'm retiring.
But that's a big problem because now it's causing an issue of, I mean, now what you have are, it used to be like you could call a plumber and the plumber cared. Now you have these massive companies.
It's hard.
And it's hard to get these people to care as much.
Yeah.
And then you have independent companies, like
that are like just
like Jeremy Wolf. Out, Stay Cool Climate Control out in St. Charles.
There you go.
Represent.
Yeah.
Where he has to compete marketing wise with companies that PE, I mean, when they own these companies, they'll dump as much as they want. They do not care.
They just want it to succeed as quickly as possible. So they're going to get all of it out there. Yeah.
I think eventually though, and I'm foreshadowing here. I don't know how long this will take, and I could be entirely wrong. That they're eventually going to have to offload these back to independent operators.
I do feel like you hit a max, you hit like a ceiling of some sort.
Well, they're going to hit a max because they're going to eventually see that revenue numbers are going to start. I just don't foresee like some of these large companies where you get bought out, right? It used to be like Wildwood Heating and Cooling, for example, and now it's whatever owned by whoever.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to try and find someone that I actually know locally versus just calling up, whoever's
sponsored at the top of the Google search.
I know. That's exactly what I do. So shout out.
So, I mean, exactly. And that's again, where the opportunity comes into play for some of these younger guys to get in there and just start building a network, start going to events. Like I go to a bunch of real estate events where I'll meet plumbers, I'll meet painters, I'll meet, electricians because they're out there and they're hustling and they want to know people.
Dude, painting's a great gig.
Painting's a great gig. Dude, the margins on that is like 80%. I was talking to a painter guy who owns a business and he's like, no, I do pretty well. I take it up by the paint and a couple guys and we make a pretty good living. So, yeah, painting's a good gig to get into.
And that used to be like made fun of as like a high school gig, remember?
Yeah.
You get like a high school summer job painting or like landscaping or whatever. Yeah. It's like that. No, they make a good living. If you can get jobs in.
Yeah.
If you can get jobs in the door.
Yeah.
Which is honestly what most people have the biggest problem with. Yeah. And then once they get that, then they botch the jobs. Yeah. You need to do both of those things well.
Afterward. Yeah. And quality work.
But yeah, I mean, hoping to just, a lot of, and you'd look at, like it used to be, you want to work at like Boeing or you'd want to go work at Google or, Amazon or all these companies, but now they're firing people.
Yeah.
They're laying people off and they're not hiring anyone new.
Yep.
And that used to be where a lot of the college grads went, at least for like internships and like starting.
Yeah.
They had like essentially bullshit for them to do.
Right.
for not that much money, but it's a step in the door at a large company.
Right.
You move up.
Yeah, of course.
And then the next people come in.
That's what you would hope. Yeah.
And that's not happening.
No, I know. Yeah. Yeah. Again, like it's just really stalled right now. There are some big layoffs. I think I saw Microsoft laid off a few hundred people.
And Amazon just said they're laying off. I just saw a report. Hold on, let me look this up.
I mean, the good thing is that the unemployment rate is still pretty low.
Amazon confirms 14,000 job losses in corporate division. Axios is reporting preparing to cut as many as 30,000 jobs.
Ouch.
That's an insane amount of people.
Ouch. Yeah.
And that's corporate jobs.
Yeah.
So those people are making some money.
Yeah, that's going to tick up the unemployment rate for sure.
And this is one way that we get homes for sale.
That's what I was going to say. And just like we were saying, like we're not praying for it, but when we do, that's going to incentivize, the Fed to lower interest rates. Now, again, they probably will anyway, but it's things like these that will make it more affordable for people and will ultimately spur more spending. But you hate to see people losing jobs and ultimately losing lives.
Yeah.
And
no, like I think there's a stat for however many jobs that are cut, there's a certain amount of deaths directly associated with that.
It's hard.
It's a weird stat. I forgot what that is.
Man, not to mention the cut to Medicare and any assistance there. That's
we can't talk about that on this podcast. I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
No,
I've been straying lazy.
I don't think it's people are aware. I voted for Trump and potentially been not liking a lot of what's been going on.
Yeah.
And I've been having this conversation. I had this conversation for like 2 hours last night. And he was like, I don't know if I'm at the point of regretting it yet, but the crypto bullshit, and them making billions of dollars on pumping and dumping.
For sure.
There's like direct evidence of every single time he tweets about a tariff and the stock market adjusts that people are shorting.
Right.
And the tariffs, you see all these guys, the tariffs have generated like billions of dollars. It's like, dude, from us, we don't want to be paying more.
Yeah.
What the
I mean, every economist that has ever advised on tariffs will tell you that it's the consumer themselves who are paying for it.
What?
Yeah. And I don't even think we've seen the worst of it yet. I mean, I think it's still, there's more to come.
And if you listen to farmers, you listen to people in manufacturing and stuff like this, for the most part, it is hurting their business. It has not helped.
100%.
So
it is. Yeah. I think there are a lot of people who are regretting their decision.
Yeah.
If they voted. I mean, his approval rating is like so low. Last I saw it was like
30%
or something.
And then Epstein's. Dude, I think that like those three things, the big beautiful bill. I mean, you're like,
the shutdown, the government shutdown. I mean, it's like all of it's pretty.
I don't think we should be allowed to have a government shutdown.
Not that the Republicans are to blame for that necessarily. I mean, it's it's both sides. It's not. Yeah, there's both sides. Not coming to an agreement.
I'm not blaming anyone specifically. I'm blaming absolutely all of them.
No, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I think if you can't get a budget passed, I literally said this I think last week. Lock them in there.
Yeah.
Like they cannot leave.
So I heard somebody say like if there's a government shutdown, all like acting members will be removed. That'll forever prevent another government shutdown. Yeah.
Well, okay, so we have a government shutdown right now. What about all of their aides? What about their Secret Service? They're still going, right? You would assume.
Yes, yeah.
So it's
and it's still being paid.
Government shutdown.
And I'm hoping still being paid because we just finally had the first round of paychecks that were zero. Like before, the one before this was, I think it was like half or something, like a portion.
Air traffic control. I saw it. They posted $0 on their paycheck.
They were paid before this with government help, but now they nothing now. So they're going no income.
I'm worried about my flight next week.
Man, I've had say some bits always. Yeah, 100%. I had to stay in a hotel one time. Now, they should compensate. I mean, like that's what they did for me. They paid for my hotel and 2 meals or something.
Yeah,
but they gave me 2 meal tickets that went to 1 meal because that's how much it costs in the airport.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, but that's So, anyways, so I had some stats here.
Yeah.
It actually said, as of September 2025, the median sales price in St. Louis reached $250,000, up 10.5% from last year.
Damn.
But that doesn't necessarily, so that's like a kind of a skewed stat, right? because that could just mean that more homes are selling that are just more expensive, right? Not necessarily that home prices have gone up 10%.
Yeah, because they haven't really. Yeah, I mean, they haven't really increased by that much recently, at least. They've kind of tapered off and plateaued a bit. But yeah, you'd have to look into the data more. And that's what a lot of people don't do, unfortunately, is actually, dig a little deeper, not just read the headline.
So a typical buyer now needs an income of $80,000 to $90,000 to afford a median home with a 20% down payment at current rates.
I mean, that's a lot of money for some people.
And we know that,
For a
I
lot
mean,
of
you know that most people aren't making that amount of money.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the median salary in St. Louis
What
is.
the thing is, wage growth has not kept up.
56,000. So, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have a ton of people that literally can't afford a homes either, unless they're married
Double income. Yeah.
and they're both working.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where I'm at. I'm like, what am I going to get, a roommate? I don't,
Buyer.
I don't want a roommate.
Yeah, nah.
But also, if you're going to buy a house, I mean, I could have a roommate for a little bit. It's not the end of the world.
Sure.
Whatever.
Sure.
I whip my roommates to make sure they clean because I'm like
Yeah,
an OCD freak. I'm like,
literally.
yeah.
I've been there. I live with a few guys.
Yeah. Yes. But you look, then you're going to buy a $250,000 house. You're looking at, over 2,000 again in monthly, monthly payments. And then I do fine, but it's still like, that's an absolute ton of money. It could take I could lose because of being a business owner. I could all of a sudden 3 months from now be making quite a bit less than I am now.
I mean, that's the payoff for being an entrepreneur. And but
Hopefully quite a bit more, obviously, but
of course, that's always the goal. But yeah, that's also the risk of different financing options too. Like everyone loves the FHA financing, where you only have to put 3.5% down, but that also means that you're leveraging whatever that is, 96.5% of the home value, and that can be really dangerous because if things flip or God forbid that if prices start going down,
yeah,
you're going to be over leveraged, and your monthly mortgage payment is going to be a lot more too.
Yep.
So again, you have to make more now to even pay for that and have more.
Are we seeing people over leveraged in St. Louis yet? I was seeing
I don't think
stats earlier this year, but it wasn't really here in St. Louis. A lot in Florida.
Yeah.
A lot in like Texas.
Yeah. I think like the East Coast, some of that too.
You had a bunch of people move out there over COVID.
Yeah.
Right. That would just
total scattered everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you could live wherever the hell you.
And I think a lot of those places overbuilt. So like Ogden and for a lot of places in Texas, like Miami,
for sure.
I think Lawrenceville and all those places.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Also, I mean, storms don't help. Hurricanes don't.
Insurance is
insane.
I had a roofing buddy who went out to Florida just after the hurricane, and he made some good money like initially, but then after that, it's like nobody's gonna get claim approved. You can't even. And nobody wants to pay out of pocket. So
exactly.
You had to move back over. Here. He's like, yeah.
Well, that's a huge issue too, is insurance.
Yeah.
I mean, that's only gonna go up in price, and we see. I mean, we work with a lot of roofers. I mean, they don't want to cover stuff.
Yeah.
They simply will fight you tooth and nail to not cover anything. Even though if you miss one payment, they're going to cancel your shit, usually within like 30 days. They'll send you a notice, and I think you have like 15 days or something. I forget the exact law.
Yeah. It's criminal out there. And again, insurance, property taxes are going up around St. Louis, and there's a new bill that might even increase that more.
Property tax insane.
Yeah. So
how much I just pay on my car? I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
I have a cheap car.
A car like upon purchase too. Like that sucks having to pay it when you actually get it. But yeah, it's pretty bad now. And that just means you have to make more money, and the margins are going to be even slimmer.
So. We do see car prices come back down though.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
So everything is like coming. I'm hoping we're at like the top.
Yeah, right.
Top of the ride.
Right.
It needs to come down a little bit.
Right.
Like cars are too expensive. Like, did you see Porsche is like, I think they took a massive tumble.
Oof.
And
like
so has
Tesla. I haven't been following that, but I know that it fell.
So Porsche's down, but because they put a lot of their effort into the EV.
Yeah.
Right. And so did who else was it? I forgot what other car company has lost a bunch as well, but it's like
Ford did really well. That Ford truck did really well. But there was another company that was like went a little too heavy, and then I think they backtracked too. And
They are backtracking.
like,
Of course, just backtracking right now.
And we'll make hybrids or whatever.
Yeah. Well, the hybrid is way better. I don't want an EV.
Yeah, no, I mean either. I know. I'd much rather have a hybrid, but there are not a lot of good hybrids out there right now.
Toyota makes the
From
best
what I
hybrids.
found. Yeah, Toyota and Hyundai both make pretty solid hybrids.
The new Honda Civic
Yeah.
hybrid is like pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Like
Dude,
apparently drives. Apparently it's pretty quick too.
Yeah.
And it's like
Little
cheap.
pickup.
Yeah, it's got a little pickup.
Nice. Yeah.
I've been looking for a new car too because I'm still driving my Corolla. And it's like,
but
but I'm like, Garrett was like, dude, when are you gonna buy a new car? What do you think people look? What about when you pull up to a meeting in that Corolla? I'm like, they're like, that guy. That's the kind of marketing guy we want because he's not wasting money.
exactly. I was gonna say, like, if they think badly about it, then
And then Garrett's like, but you have that suit on. And I'm like, yeah, good point.
yeah, but also like I don't want my net worth to be tied into a depreciating asset.
That's
Like my car is paid off, man. Like I'm just sitting on basically an asset that I could sell at any point and then buy a new one. Because I think that like cars are just such
people offer to buy my Corolla all the time because it's manual.
Shame. I've had a guy who was like, oh, that's perfect for like Uber for like you could fit like 6-7 people in there. And I was like, all right, sure.
It's like how much I'm gonna just one time take probably someone seriously and just be like $8,000.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Shake on it. Yeah.
Or I'm just gonna keep that car. I've always told myself, I'm like, if shit goes wrong, really what drivers are terrible in the United States, and I think we can all agree to
Especially
that.
St. Louis City.
Young people suck too, though.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I was good at driving off the bat. Believe it or not,
Same.
take a guess why.
Because you drove before you were 16.
No.
Because you did like racing video games. Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Video
I've
games.
seen those. Yeah. No, I've seen them. I mean, the whole wheel and everything.
I never had the full wheel, but yeah, video games, just understanding how a car drives and how a car works.
Yeah.
But you get these people now getting into cars that, I mean, a lot of young people don't even want to drive. Right.
There's a lot of that.
They don't even want to drive, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like you guys are so addicted to your phone, you don't even want to go see other people. Because when we were 16, I'm like,
I got a car, man. I'm ready.
it's 9 a.m. Let's go.
Yeah. I'll come pick you up.
Yeah, let's go. I need to go get my license right now. All right. See you guys later. I'm out.
Yeah, I got
And that was
great day.
That was it. 100%.
Yeah.
So we need we have an affordability crisis. Everything's expensive. Food's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing right now that's like not expensive is gas. Oh, good job.
Went down a little bit.
Yeah, good job. That's like what everyone online says. You still have a large, I feel like, amount of people online that no matter what, will back Trump on everything. And if you listen to this podcast, I talk about enough stats, I think, on here. And also real world scenarios where people are getting grift out of hundreds of millions of dollars. It's not great.
No.
They're like,
he has his.
you can't, dude, he's playing.
He didn't mean that.
He's playing chess, not chess.
It's right. He's got a plan.
Shut up.
Man, I really hope so. I question that honestly, whether he like really knows what he's doing. I mean, I just don't know if he listens to anybody is the thing. Like he might even have people who know.
I literally now I honestly think he just got in to make way more money for his family, and he's goddamn he's been successful at it,
dude. The wealthier getting wealthier, man.
That's what we talked about. It was
the wage gap is insane.
Bezos. If you add up like Bezos, Google's co-founder Larry Ellison, Elon Musk, and then Zuckerberg, it's like 70% of the United States wealth or something. 5 people. And people at this point, like when they all had like 10 billion, we're all like, it's like, all right, that's like a lot.
That's a good amount of money. Yeah.
But we're not out here like in pitchforks saying, what the fuck?
Right.
Now they have literally 400 billion.
Yeah.
You're like, listen, dude, you could like, I feel like with that amount of money, can you not set up an organization to literally like fix homelessness? Honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like you could.
But they don't have that kind of cash. It's all tied up in like stocks and everything. They don't have that money like available right now. Like, just sell some fucking stocks there.
Yeah,
it's like you can make that money to do
sell some stocks.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they don't pay any tax.
Right.
They don't they don't get a paycheck.
Yeah.
It's all tied up in investment.
Right. Yeah, it is concerning. I think we're in like late stage capitalism, I guess.
Yep.
Where like
I agree.
again, the wage gap is insane. Everything is commercialized now. Everything costs something. There's nothing is free.
Mhm.
And yeah, and it's just brutal. And the impoverished are struggling. They're
Yep.
doing worse and worse.
Well, Tim Dillon had a funny bit. He's like, "Go get a house." Because he's like that's the only way you could tell the government, "Fuck you."
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what he said. He's like, "Don't listen when they tell you not to buy a house."
Mm-hmm.
Because the conversations, he's like, it's all about conversations and communicating with people and having like, friends and family. He's like, when everyone is renting, no one has a house. He's like, it kills all of that. It just erodes that whole section
Yeah.
of like society.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, why does it take a comedian to say shit that's like,
So true.
that's just,
It's
it's not even like profound. It's just like,
no, right. It's just
real.
and like what is happening.
Yeah, he's the one having to say it.
Yeah.
Now you got Bernie Sanders. Of course, he's too old to do anything, and he also sucked
Yeah,
up
he's
way
nuts.
too much to the Democratic Party that absolutely screwed him back in 16.
Mm-hmm.
But he's making a big push on social media. I saw now, essentially, because I guess he just wrote a book,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all about essentially what I was talking about with like the wealth, and it's
Okay.
going to be a technocracy.
Uh-huh.
Technocracy?
Interesting.
What's the one that's like run by technology companies?
Interesting.
I think it's a
This
technocracy.
is the first I've heard of this term. So
So I think it's technocracy. 'Cause,
Okay.
I mean, look at who surrounds Trump right now.
yeah.
Bezos.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, you got Zuckerberg.
No longer Elon, but
you got
I mean, he's
you got
nice.
Sam Altman,
Yeah. Yeah.
who's evil.
Right.
So then you got Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Saying you're only going to have to work 2 days a week due to AI.
Mm-hmm.
He just said that, like last week.
Why don't we cut down to 4 days a week then right now? Like that would make such a difference. There have been tests that like
The
show
problem is, that's never going to happen. They're going to fire everyone.
unless everyone's gonna be part time and then no one's gonna make any money because
Right.
AI is gonna be not gonna be paying employees and AI is gonna be taking over our jobs. So
But we know. Well, I was having a discussion last night
Yeah,
with a
yeah.
computer, an engineer that builds stuff based on, with LLMs, large language models, built off of ChatGPT or Grok or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And, these systems, honestly, that is not AI when you think about it. Like in terms of like artificial intelligence, it's reading stuff and giving you, shooting something out.
Mm-hmm. Like 2 + 2 = 4.
Right. And when you try and implement it to have it actually take someone's job, literally, please, if you're listening to this, right, show me something where it is fully taken someone's job. And I'm sure there are some jobs that have been automated. Let's talk about in an office, right? Not with robots and things like that.
Yeah.
But in an office, I still don't see it taking a whole seat away from someone. Now, maybe it's able to take 50%.
Right.
But
But
you're
you always need supervision. I mean,
it's not like I'm going to hire this AI. All right. Zach Dixon, who's head of our SEO, you're fired. AI is taking over. We'd be cooked immediately.
Absolutely.
We'd be like that. It simply would not work.
It's not there. Yeah,
not
it's not
there.
there right now. Now, will it be though? And maybe, soon in the next 5 years, maybe, because
I don't
we're
know.
exponentially.
It's exponentially also getting worse, though.
Yeah.
So if you look at Anthropic, had a report come out that said you can poison LLMs very simply. So right now, what you can go and do is, if you want like GitHub, you can buy stars on GitHub. So that's where you can build stuff out, put it up there for people to use.
Got it.
And through LLMs, what you're able to do is essentially you could get bullshit on GitHub, pay for it, get a bunch of stars, and get it showing in Grok in these different systems.
Oh, wow.
And so you could poison
Right,
it. You could poison the results.
Wow.
And so I am thinking about running my own test through SEO.
Yeah.
And seeing how we can manipulate search results in large models. And if we could do that for the benefit of our clients,
That's huge.
I mean, we're going to do that. But also, this just screams to me, if people start figuring this out, I mean, it's going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have people just uploading absolute nonsense to the internet.
And then there's no free market.
But also, that also somehow makes me joyous that we can ruin a large language model.
Oh, I love to see it.
It's all based on shit that we've uploaded online.
Right.
So the hallucinations from AI are not hallucinations. It's shit that they've read online from other people.
That's what they've been fed.
They've read Reddit comments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I comment nonsense on there. If you've taken and somehow implemented that as a search result.
Nonsense equals nonsense.
Yeah. Like, so you could poison the well.
That's really
with search results.
That's really interesting.
And if you could do that on a small model, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
Before, I mean, I'm sure China and the US and everyone else, from a standpoint of bots and just creating an absolute shit ton of, essentially
manufactured
nonsense, you could
popularity.
Yeah. And you could manipulate large language models.
Wow. It's like, it's just like buying followers, like buying likes on Instagram. It's no different. That was exploited just as this movie.
Yeah.
Like,
why don't we just have simple forms of AI, like, I don't know,
trash can?
Yeah, I mean, something that, like, a dishwasher.
Right.
Like an actual dishwasher.
Right.
A robot that, like, essentially somehow, I don't even know if it needs arms. Maybe it's a completely different contraption, but it can fully wash all dishes in the kitchen, or it can go
in the sink
and just clean my bathroom.
Right.
If you could have an AI product that just cleans bathrooms, dude, every dude would buy that in an instant.
Yeah, 100%.
You're gonna clean the bathroom? It's like, absolutely.
100% going forward. It's like, hey,
it doesn't have to be like a human looking thing, whatever it is.
No, sure. Yeah.
Like a robot like they use for manufacturing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something like that just moves around, that has like an arm.
I mean, they could probably just use like the Robo-Rock or whatever.
But I don't know why we're not approaching it that way.
Right.
Where it's just like, just develops. We're just going, that's going to make my life easier.
It's because these are public companies and they have to continuously be valued at a higher scale for every raise. And if they ever falter on that, then they're screwed. So they have to think biggest picture possible in order to, make the money.
Well, someone was talking about it where they were like, these corporations already own the planet.
Right.
Now all they're fighting for is more of your time. That's it.
Literally, that's
That's all they have to sell you now, is essentially taking up more of screen time.
Dude, don't even get me started on social media. That is just poison to the brain, man. There are so many ways that you can use it as a tool if you're smart about it, but there are so many ways that it can use you
100%
as a subject. I mean, as you're the screen at the end of the day. Like, they're the ones showing you,
well, someone was like, MK Ultra never stopped. It's just the internet. And I was like, sort of true.
Yeah.
Sort of true.
Yeah. That's what it's
and the NSA did develop the first internet.
Yeah, right. Send messages, yeah. Yeah. It's
been turned into like a conspiracy leftist on here. It's been an odd.
Yeah, what else can I conjure up?
Exactly. All right, back to home buying, and we'll get out of here.
Sure.
Realistically, when someone is choosing a real estate agent, and I got this question asked last night, what should you ask or what should you know when you're choosing a marketing agency? Realistically, when someone's choosing a real estate agent, broker, whatever, what should they be looking out for realistically? Is there questions they should ask? Is there, is there some sort of stats that people can look up? Because I think you can't look up like how much other real estate agents sell.
No,
and there's no way to look up you guys can, right? If you pay for a software,
right? Sure. Well,
we can't.
That's why people have their own, page or their own website as a real estate agent, not even as like a brokerage. Like, you can have your own brand under
you should
brokerage. Yeah,
you should.
Yeah, absolutely should. And so that's where you'll publish 2 million sales over the past 2 years or whatever. 500 closings or whatever you want to post on there. But I actually have a short about this.
Okay.
Regarding what you should ask a real estate agent. And I mean, it comes down to a number of things. Experience, obviously would be one. Similar clients, similar houses or properties like your own. And you really want to you want to be comfortable with them, because this is a very personal transaction. It's the
Yeah.
biggest purchase of most people's lives. So you want to make sure that you sit down, you have a face-to-face conversation with them, and you're comfortable that they know what they're talking about and that
Yeah.
they have your best interest in mind.
Yeah, because it's interesting about buying real estate, right?
Mhm.
Because from a standpoint of it's logically thinking about it, right? I'm like the buyer's agent's never on my side
Mhm.
because they get paid a percentage.
From the seller.
Right.
Right. So that has changed.
Okay.
Legally, it has changed.
Yeah.
As far as like market wise, not as much. But the National Association of Realtors went through a very, very large lawsuit with
Yeah,
the
last
class
year.
action lawsuit. Yeah. And ultimately lost. And they decided that it was unethical, that this was happening, that buyers agents are being incentivized by not their client.
Mhm.
That the sellers are the ones who are doing it, and sometimes buyers' clients don't even know how much their own agent is negotiating for
Yeah.
commission.
Yep.
So it at the end of the day, it's a bargaining tool. It's just like any other term. You can ask that the seller pay more. You can ask that the seller pay less of your agent. Maybe you want to pay more and have get a sweet deal on the purchase price or whatever. But it's a tool and it should be used as such. But nowadays it hasn't really shifted that much.
Yeah.
Just because tradition.
Yeah.
So now,
Why isn't there some sort of flat fee model established instead of basing it just off a percentage?
um,
Or
I mean,
or the buyer would be incentivized to say, I'll pay you, whatever it is, $5,000, say for example,
yeah,
to go find me a house.
yeah,
Now, if you negotiate whatever and get 10 grand off,
right.
I'll throw you 10% on every grand you get off or
Sure,
whatever.
sure. Yeah, I mean, you can work that. You can work.
So you can negotiate that type
Part
of
of the
stuff.
settlement.
Okay.
That's exactly part of the settlement is that people didn't even realize that, like, as a buyer, I can negotiate this with my own agent. Like, I can negotiate how much they should expect to be paid because they're representing you.
But
Like,
you can't negotiate the seller.
you can do that too. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, your agent would negotiate with the seller, and it'd be in a full offer.
Got it.
And like, it's a cooperating broker disclosure, so it's in a different form that you'd put in there. But yeah, you can absolutely negotiate it on all sides with everybody, and that's again just something that buyers didn't even realize. They were just thinking that it was a flat fee. That my broker, I don't have to pay them, so whatever. They'll just do whatever. They'll get paid whatever. But you can tell them like, hey, listen, I'll do a lot of the work or whatever, and maybe you can decrease your commission, or if you do better, I'll incentivize you that way too.
Yeah.
So
That's always been kind of my question because that's,
yeah.
with marketing, it's tough because, with a lot of like Google ads and things like that, a lot of marketing companies charge based on a percentage of ad spend,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're almost incentivized to have your clients spend more because you get paid more.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, that's not how we do it at Vi. We do that. We do have a percentage-based model built into Google Ads if you're up over a certain amount, just because simply it makes it easier at that point.
Sure. So yeah.
But yeah, it's I always found that interesting
Yeah.
is that no one really knows you can kind of negotiate that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, hey, the more you save, the more you make.
Right.
And that's how it should be.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, those incentives are
100%.
aligned. Yeah. Yeah. Because yeah, at the end of the day, like if what you're saying is that like if the buyer's agent is based on the percentage of the sale, why would they not want the sale to be higher then?
Exactly.
Because then
They would want the sale to be higher.
Yeah. I mean, and it all just falls down on ethics and truly being an honest and earnest person. Because you do have to go through a lot of rigorous like ethics trainings and continuous classes to keep your license. So they definitely emphasize it. And,
Yeah.
and it's on each of their agents and the brokers themselves.
I didn't get to a lot of stuff today, so we'll have to have you back on.
Yeah.
I didn't even get a gripe about real estate agents. I didn't get to attack you guys yet.
Next time.
Next
time.
All right, Jay. Pleasure having you on.
Absolutely.
If you're looking to buy or sell,
Yeah.
Rivers.Realty.
Yeah, that's right. www.rivers.realty.
Type in Jay Rios. We'll have the links in the description as well.
Yeah.
Jay also produces content.
Sure do.
So go follow him.
At the Jay Rios. Yeah.
Boom.
I'll just one. The Jay Rios.
There you
All
go.
socials.
And he uses, if the shorts look good, he uses the guys here at Half Coast
I sure do.
to help edit. And of course,
I
they're a
sure do.
sponsor here. So shout out Half
You'll
Coast
see their
Studios.
work. Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
HalfCoastStudios.com if you need a podcast, if you need help recording, editing, distribution. If you need a marketing company, Vi.media.
Amazing.
If you need insulation, West County Insulation. That's all we have for you. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.